Welcome to state-of-the-art Merri Bowl in Livonia, the setting for this year's exciting Bowling Showcase Youth Challenge. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and I want to thank you for joining us as we kick off first round action. We want to welcome all of you at home and our bowlers here back to the lanes after the craziness of the last 2 years. We're glad you've decided to spend your mornings with Bowling Showcase and us. We're so excited to highlight the future of our sport. The youth bowlers are back. Over the course of the challenge, you'll watch 6 hand-picked youth teams representing various bowling centers and groups go head-to-head in single-game Baker elimination matches. Now, just like the adults, each team has 5 members, with each member bowling 1 frame. At the end of the 5th frame, teams are going to swap lanes and continue until the end of the match. So we start this year's competition with 6 teams. Century Bowl, Merri Bowl number 1, Merri Bowl number 2, Out of Sight Pro Shop, Unity Bowling Club, and Woodland Lanes. At the end of our 3 first-round matches, the team with the highest winning score will be seeded into the final match. The other 2 winners from the first round will then battle each other for the last spot in the finals. Start with 6 teams, but there can only be 1 Bowling Showcase Youth Championship winner. So let's look at today's first round match. Our first battle of the competition features Merri Bowl number 1 facing off against Out of Sight Pro Shop, sponsored by Big Ben Entertainment and OMAC Entertainment. Defending champion Merri Bowl number 1 is determined to stay on top and defend their championship crown. Newcomers, Out of Sight Pro Shop, make their first appearance on the showcase with a high-powered lineup of bowlers looking to make a name for themselves. It's the host center versus the new kids. This should be an all-out battle to the final frame. There you have it. This year we're honored to have our Merri Bowl Youth Director, Mary Connor, and MD USBC Association Manager in Training, Phil Goodman, joining me to bring you all the action. Teams are all set, the lanes are dressed, and the crowd is ready to cheer on their teams, so stick around. We'll be right back with the start of this year's first round action next on Bowling Showcase.
I'm Gene Zamler of 1-800-LAWYERS. If you've been injured in an automobile accident, call 1-800-LAWYERS. We have been handling cases for over 50 years and have recovered billions of dollars for our clients. Call 1-800-LAWYERS.
The Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth bowlers in Michigan. Tournaments include Open, Women's, and Youth Championships. Also, Junior Masters, Queens, Masters, and Senior Masters. Recognition includes first-time 300 games and 800 series for all members and 607 club memberships for women. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC. Here we are at the Bowling Showcase Youth Challenge here at Merri Bowl. It's going to be a great season. First round action coming up. But before that I want to introduce you to my co-host, the youth director here at Merri Bowl, Mary Connor.
Hi there. I'm so excited to be here. It's going to be awesome to watch these kids.
It will. I mean, you love youth bowling.
I do. I have such a great time with them. I love watching them grow. So this is it's going to be so much fun to see these kids. We've waited a long time to bring this back.
Absolutely. So up on the left-hand lane for the Merri Bowl team is Tyler Champion.
And Tyler is a 3rd grader at Davis Ellis Academy West. He's been brought up in the bowling center.
Little left-handed bowler, throws the ball, crosses over and leaves a 5-pin. We've got a very enthusiastic crowd today, Mary.
We do. It's great. I'm glad to see all these parents and spectators supporting our youth bowling programs.
Absolutely. Easy little spare for Tyler. Just got to throw his strike ball at it. Looks like he comes through the ball pretty well.
Tyler is a kid that's here quite a bit. He has won quite a few scholarships already.
And easily covers that 5-pin. Now we've got a new team to the challenge, the Out of Sight Pro Shop team. And up right now is Nolan Pepper up on lane 5 here at Merri Bowl.
And Nolan is a 9th grader at Lamphere High School and bowls out of bowl 1 lanes.
Comes up high and leaves a 4-pin. For a moment, it looked like it was going to be a 4-6-7 split, but the 6 and a 7 fell out. Got the 4-pin left. Again, pretty easy single-pin spare for Nolan. Looks like Nolan is a no-thumber, two-handed bowler. Boy, he covers that one easily. Next up for the Merri Bowl team on lane 4 is Gabby Brown.
And Gabby is a 10th grader at Melvindale High School. Bowls with us here at Merri Bowl.
Yeah, she's up on lane 4. Nice extension. Oh, kind of slides by, leaves the washout, the 1-2-4-10.
Gabby also is a runner. She runs track and has been the Junior Olympics for track also.
Very nice. It's always nice to have a well-rounded bowler.
Yes, she is.
Okay, she just needs to move a little right on her feet and throw over her strike target, get on the left-hand side of that head pin and slide it on over. And she makes it. Great shot. Great shot by Gabby. Next up is the coach's daughter, Rochelle Ferris. Shane Ferris is the coach of this Out of Sight Pro Shop team. And they're also sponsored by Big Ben Entertainment and OMAC Entertainment. Crosses over and leaves a 4-pin by the left-handed bowler from the Out of Sight team.
Rochelle is a 10th grader at Stevenson High School, and she bowls out of Sterling. She was Rookie of the Year her freshman year in high school.
Very nice, very nice. Getting lined up for this 4-pin shot. Getting a little cross lane for the left-hander. Oh, and it falls off into the gutter. So through 2 frames, the Merri Bowl team has an 8-pin lead, and up next is Sean Dahl.
And Sean is a 11th grader at Franklin High School. Bowls here at Merri Bowl lanes with us.
How long has he been in your program?
He's been bowling about 9 years now.
Very nice. You guys do a great job with your youth program here at Merri Bowl, keeping the kids interested and giving them opportunities.
We have a lot of fun and have great coaching.
Big strike, first strike of our match by Sean. Nick Widenbach, he's the next bowler up for the Out of Sight Pro Shop team. I was watching him in practice. He throws the ball really nice.
He is a 9th grader at Lamphere High School. He bowls out of bowl 1.
Looks like another no-thumber two-hander. Big strike for Nick. Another champion coming up in the name, Cody Champion up on lane 4.
Cody attends Davis Ellis Academy. He is also has won the Pepsi tournament.
Throws a big strike to extend the lead from 8 pins to 18 pins. Melanie Straub, the 4th bowler for the Out of Sight Pro Shop team, up on lane 5.
And Melanie is an 11th grader at Anchor Bay High School. She bowls out of Premier Lanes.
She bowled in our Queens a couple times as a youth bowler, which means she's not competing for. Oh, leaves a 7-pin. She's not competing for money. She's competing for scholarship points, even in an adult event.
Looks like she's got a lot of titles to her name, so she must have a lot of scholarship points there.
I'm sure she does. That's a great thing about our sport, too, is the opportunity for youth bowlers to get scholarships. And she easily covers that 7-pin. Got a pretty good match going. Merri Bowl's got an 18-pin lead. And another champion coming up, Ryan Champion.
And Ryan is a 10th grader at Loyola High School. He's been bowling for 12 years.
Ooh, leaves a 4-7-9 split. That ball really drove hard through the pocket. You know, when a two-hander throws, they get a lot more revolutions on the ball. And sometimes if they can catch the off hits, but sometimes those little, if they get solid in the pocket, it really moves up, and that's what happened to Ryan here. Oh, and he covers it. Great shot by Ryan. And the crowd goes crazy.
It's fun to watch Ryan bowl.
And the anchor bowler for the out-of-sight pro shop team, Connor Rogas.
And
Up now on lane 5 here at Merri Bowl.
And Connor is an 11th grader at Dakota High School, and he bowls out of Shelby Lanes.
And Connor throws a strike. So here we are at the end of the first half of the match. 15-pin lead by Merri Bowl. Both teams working on a mark. Merri Bowl working on a spare, and the out-of-sight pro shop working on a strike. Been a great match so far. We got a really enthusiastic crowd, don't we, Merri?
We do, and they're so much fun to watch. We waited a long time, so to see everyone so excited to be here just is so exciting for everyone.
Okay, we'll be back with the second half of the match after these messages on Bowling Showcase.
(1-800-LAWYERS) is the number to call if you've been injured on the job. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Don't wait. If you need workers' compensation benefits, call 1-800-LAWYERS. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Call 1-800-LAWYERS now.
The hug pickup, the home run swing, the drum major high step, the genuine joy, the unforgettable party, the food, the friends, the original social network. No matter who you are, it's always a great time. Grab your family, find a friend, and go bowling.
Here we are for the second half of our first round match between the Merri Bowl team, Merri Bowl number 1, and the out-of-sight pro shop team. Great match going on. Got a 15-pin lead by Merri Bowl moving into the second half. Teams have changed lanes. But before we go to the action, we're going to send it down to Phil Goodwin, our sideline reporter, and talk to both the coaches.
All right, we're here with Coach Ferris right now from the Unity, from the pro shop, from the out-of-sight pro shop. And they're slightly behind. So Coach Ferris, you have a very skilled team. They're slightly behind. How much time is spent with motivation? How much time is spent with strategy and working with these youth?
Well, I tell you, these kids do what they do. They're practically doing it for a living with the amount of time that they spend bowling for high school. And the only thing I told them is that the lane is still 60 feet long. There's still 40 boards out there. It's just bowling. It's what you're good at. And to go out there and just execute.
Very good. We know they're experienced. We know they have great coaching. We expect some great things coming
Absolutely.
up. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to bring up Coach Forrester from Merri Bowl Lanes. Come on up, Coach Forrester. Okay, we're going to come this way. Coach Forrester, in looking at your team, they have a slight lead. I tell you what, the skill that's been exhibited, especially with those spare pickups, incredible. Some obviously, you have some great coaching going on. How do you keep them going through the next 5 frames?
Well, the main thing is we're going to focus on those spares because obviously they keep you in matches, right? These kids are incredible. I can't believe Did you see the spares are picking up today?
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
So amazing skill and coaching.
I hope so. They just make me look good, honestly.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, good luck in the next 5 frames.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Phil. Those are great interviews. It's good to talk to the coaches to kind of get their perspective on what's going on, Merri.
I agree. They do wonderful work with these kids.
Okay, here we're starting in the second half of the match now. Teams have switched lanes. The out-of-sight Pro Shop team is on the left. The Merri Bowl team is on the right. And first up, Nolan Pepper. Back in the first frame, Nolan left the 4-pin and covered it.
And Nolan started bowling because he had a friend who was bowling, which I think is important to our kids. They see their friends doing it, and then they start and they can make amazing discoveries and hang out with friends.
Absolutely. Nolan left the 10-pin, so now he's going to go cross lane at this 10-pin. Let's see what his strategy is. Two-hander. Kind of backs the ball up. It's another style to be heard from. Okay, now up. So we have a substitution for the Merri Bowl team on lane 5. We have Sophia Best. Those of you that have watched Bowling Showcase for a number of years, Sophia's been bowling on the team for many years now.
Bowling is, Soph is an 8th grader at Frost Middle School, and Soph has been bowling for a really long time, like you said. She puts a lot of effort into this. She has spent some time at the Kegel Training Center perfecting some of her skills.
Very, very nice. She's left the 6-pin, easy spare, cross lane, and you can definitely tell the improvement she's made since she first appeared on Bowling Showcase. However, that wasn't a very good one, but it is what it is. That really tightens up the match. It's now a 3-pin differential. Merri Bowl 111 through 6, out-of-sight Pro Shop 88 in the 5th, spare up in the 6th. And now up the coach's daughter, Rochelle Ferris, up on the left-hand lane. And leaves the 6-pin.
Rochelle made varsity as a freshman, and also she was, as I said before, the Rookie of the Year for her freshman team.
Very nice. Very nice. Rochelle, a little lefty. Throw the ball across lane. And covers it. Second bowler on the Merri Bowl team up on lane 5 now, Gabby Brown. Back in the second frame, as you recall, she left that washout and covered it, made a nice recovery. 2 great spares or splits from the Merri Bowl team so far in this match.
Gabby is also a straight-A student.
Gabby leaves the 2-4-5. Relatively easy spare, but when you get into multiple pins, sometimes there's a little bit more of a challenge. So let's see how she attacks that. Very nice spare by Gabby. Nick Widenbach for the out-of-sight Pro Shop team up on lane 5 now here at Merri Bowl. Lane 4, sorry.
And Nick's only been
No,
bowling.
lane 5.
Nick's only been bowling for 4 years, and he already has a sanctioned 300 game.
Very nice. That's great. He got a strike back in the 3rd frame. Leaves a half 10. As I usually say on these telecasts, the pesky 10-pin. Merri Bowl still got a 5-pin lead in this match. It's really tight, neck and neck. Cross lane now by Nick. Looks like he's got his spare ball for the 10-pin. And he covers it easily. Third bowler for the Merri Bowl team, Sean Dahl, up on lane 5. Sean kind of getting lined up here.
Sean is also a junior gold bowler, so he's used to these kinds of things.
And throws a nice strike. Through 8 frames, the Merri Bowl team's got a 5-pin lead, 131 through 7, strike up in the 8th. The out-of-sight Pro Shop team, 126 through 7, and a spare up in the 8th. Now up for the out-of-sight Pro Shop team on the left lane, Melanie Straub.
She's a 4-time MJMA champion.
Kind of crossed over and hit on the left side of the head pin, leaves the 610. It's again pretty relatively easy spare. Cross lane by Melanie. Her dad, Scott Straub, brings her to all these events and very supportive of all of her bowling. Crosses it over and makes the spare. Fourth bowler for the Merri Bowl team up on lane 5, Cody Champion. As you recall, back in the 4th frame, Cody left a 7-pin. No, Cody got a strike back in the 4th frame.
Yep. Cody's been bowling for about 10 years.
And it's a double now for Merri Bowl to extend their lead to 17 pins going into the 10th frame. Connor Rogas coming up on the left-hand lane for the out-of-sight Pro Shop team. You know, partial sponsors on this team, Big Ben Entertainment and OMAC Entertainment. Connor needs a strike right here. Throws it good and gets that strike. So he's got a chance to cut into this lead with another strike here. Max score for the out-of-sight Pro Shop team is 194, while Merri Bowl is going on a 201 clip.
Well, he's been bowling about 13 years, and he does have a 300 in a high school meet.
You know, high school bowling is just, you know, continued to grow and give kids opportunity for interscholastic sports recognition at their high school. Second strike for Connor in the 10th frame. Opportunity for the out-of-sight Pro Shop team to kind of put a little pressure on the Merri Bowl team to perform in the 10th.
These are the fun matches to watch.
Absolutely. Love these tight matches. This is where character is built as far as sports go.
And parents get a little grit.
And leaves the 10th pin. 193 for the out-of-sight Pro Shop team. Great performance, great opportunity. Now up on lane 6, for the Merri Bowl team, Ryan Champion.
Ryan's been bowling 12 years.
Oh, comes high and leaves the 310 split. Okay, Ryan needs to make this to give them an opportunity to win. I'm sure Ryan practices his spares too, right?
He certainly does. Ryan is here quite a bit practicing.
Absolutely. He's got a nice two-handed delivery. Yeah, that little backup ball and covers it. Great shot, great pressure shot. 3 great pressure shots by the Merri Bowl team in this match. Now Ryan needs 5 pins to win the game. Should be relatively easy, but we'll see.
He works hard. He's got a 298 in league, So
Near perfection. And a strike by Ryan here in the 10th frame. The final score of this match, Merri Bowl 199, Out of Sight Pro Shop 193. It's a great match. Merri, your Merri Bowl team bowled great and came through in the clutch on a couple of those couple of split conversions and a washout.
shows how important it is for them to be able to pick up spares. A lot of our kids want to strike. It shows them how important it is to be able to pick up those spares as well.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be back right after these messages with an interview with the winning coach here on Bowling Showcase at Youth Challenge. Here we are back at Merri Bowl. Our first round match is completed. The Merri Bowl team, tight match all the way through. Your Merri Bowl team put a nice performance on.
Thank you. They worked hard.
So we're going to talk to Coach Forrester, the coach of the Merri Bowl team. Coach, I saw it as 3 key shots in that match for your team. The washout by Gabby conversion, the 4-7-9 conversion, and finally Ryan's 3-10 conversion on the last. So how did you see it?
Yeah, I would say the same. Those spares are vital, and they kept us in the match and kept us ahead, so those spares were key.
Okay, so what were your thoughts when Ryan left that 3-10 in the 10th frame? You know him as a coach, okay, and how dedicated he is to this sport. What would you rate his chances going in?
I'm fairly high. He's a very good spare shooter. I've been preaching spares for the past month, so I had high confidence that he would make it.
Okay, well, congratulations. Now, we'll see how the other 2 matches go the next 2 weeks as to which team gets seeded into the finals. But you've posted the high numbers so far.
All right. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Coach. So next week, we've got the Century Bowl team. They've been here before. And the Unity Bowling Club, which is a brand new team to our youth challenge here on Bowling Showcase. Should be really exciting. This was a very exciting match. Very pleased with it. So we'll see you next week on Bowling Showcase.